Your case has now come up for trial, whether it's a medical malpractice case or an accident case or even a wrongful death case. And now we get assigned to the trial judge. If you don't like the trial judge, can we go ahead and switch judges? Would you like to learn the answer? Come join me as I share with you this remarkable information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law in the state of New York. The answer is no. We're not going to be able to switch judges just because we don't like the judge or just because the judge makes rulings against us. Now, there are very limited instances where we can try and have that judge removed from our particular trial. What that means is we have to ask the judge to recuse himself, to excuse himself from being the trial judge in our particular case. But in order to do that, we have to have a really good reason for that. Let's say it's a medical malpractice case and we are suing a particular doctor for improper medical care. He violated the basic standards of medical care and now you suffered significant injury because of that. Let's say the judge happens to be a patient of this doctor. So now I will have to ask the judge to excuse himself from the trial. Your Honor, we've learned that you are in fact a patient of this particular doctor that we have brought a lawsuit against. At this time, I'm asking you to recuse yourself. And now the judge is going to take oral argument from myself as well as the defense attorneys. And now he's got to make a decision. Do I go ahead and excuse myself from this trial because there is some connection, this perception that I may be bending over backwards to help this doctor who's actually my doctor? Well, that may actually happen, and the judge may actually excuse himself from that case. But there are other instances where there's not that obvious a connection, and the judge may turn around and say, listen, I'm not excusing myself, let's move on, call your first witness. So just because you don't like the judge, or maybe you don't like his rulings in prior cases, or don't like any rulings he's given to us in this case, does not mean that we can ask the judge to excuse himself and now bring in a new judge to try the case. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you to give you an insight and an understanding to what goes on during the trial process in the state of New York, in a medical malpractice case, or an accident case, or even a wrongful death case. You know, I realize you're watching this because you probably have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter happened in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, G-E-R-R-Y, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.